Hello aspirants, welcome to the YouTube channel of Analyst IAS. We have already discussed bridge series of geography and history from 2015 to 22. Now from today onwards we will be discussing bridge series of environment and ecology. So today we will be discussing the questions which came in 2015. So let's start. Question 1. Which of the following national parks has a climate that varies from tropical to subtropical, temperate and arctic? Pause the video, try to think about it. Kancheng, Donzonga, Nanda Devi, Neora, Namdapa. Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. So basically the correct answer to this is D, which is the Namdapa. Namdapa National Park is the largest protected area in the Eastern Himalayas biodiversity hotspot and it is located in Arunachal Pradesh. The area is also known for extensive dipterocarp forests comprising northwestern parts of eco-region of Mizoram, Manipur and Kanchi rainforests. So it varies from the tropical moist forest to montane forest, temperate forest at high elevations to alpine meadows and perennial snow as well. So and it also have extensive bamboo forests. Question 2. Biocarbon Fund initiative for sustainable forest landscape is managed by Asian Development Bank, International Monetary Fund, United Nations Environment Program, World Bank. Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. So the correct answer is D. It is managed by the World Bank and it seeks to promote reduced greenhouse gas emissions from the land sector, from deforestation and forest degradation in developing countries, and from sustainable agriculture as well as smart land use planning policies and practices. Question 3. Consider the following statements. The winds which blow between 30 degrees north and 60 degrees south throughout the year are known as the westerlies. The moist air masses that cause winter ramps in northwestern region of India are part of westerlies. Which of the statements given is are correct? Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. So basically the correct answer is B. The westerlies flow between 30 degree and 60 degrees of the north and 30 degree and 60 degree of the south. Here you can eliminate this statement first. By elimination you got your 50-50. And the moist air masses that cause the winter ramps in northwestern region of India are part of the westerlies. Yes. Right now India में वैसे भी westerlies disturbances आ रहे हैं. So this is B. Question 4. With reference to forest carbon partnership facility, which of the following statements is are correct? It is a global partnership of governments, business, civil societies and indigenous peoples. It provides financial aid to universities, individual scientists, institutions involved in scientific forestry research to develop eco-friendly and climate adaptation technologies for sustainable forest management. It assists the countries in their REDD+, reducing emission for deforestation and forest degradation efforts by providing them with financial and technical assistance. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. So your correct solution is C. 1 and 3. You can eliminate it from here. Rest other are the works of this forest carbon partnership facility. It is a very extreme statement. Aids to the universities, individual scientists and all. Question 5. With reference to an organization known as BirdLife International, which of the following statements is are correct? It is a global partnership of conservation organizations. The concept of biodiversity hotspots originated from this organization. It identifies the sites known as referred to as important bird and biodiversity areas. Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. So your correct answer is C. You can also take it on a 50-50 basis. The concept of biodiversity hotspots originated from this organization. This is also a very extremist statement. You can eliminate it. But let's see the other answers as well. So BirdLife International is a global partnership of conservation organizations that strives to conserve birds, their habitats, global diversity, working with people towards sustainability in the use of natural resources. It is the world's largest partnership of conservation organizations with over 120 partner organizations and 120 other organizations. Together, the BirdLife Partnership forms the leading authority on the status of birds, their habitats and issues and problems faced by the birds or bird life. Bird life important bird and biodiversity area program aims to identify the and monitor and protect a global network of IBAs for the conservation of birds and other wildlife. Question 6. Which of the following is the best description of the term ecosystem? A community of organisms interacting with each other. The part of the earth which is inhabited by living organisms. A community of organisms together with environment in which they live. The flora and fauna of the geographical area. Pause the video, try to answer. Now basically let's see the answer. The correct answer to this is should be C, because ecosystem is correctly defined as the interaction between the living organisms among themselves and also with their abiotic environment. इसको ecosystem कहा जाता है. Therefore your statement is C. Question 7. Which of the following national parks is unique in being a swamp with floating vegetation that supports rich biodiversity? Bhitakarnika, Kebu Lamjao, Keoladio Ghana and Sultanpur National Park. Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. So a correct answer to this is B, which is the Kebu Lamjao National Park. It is the only floating park in the world located in the Manipur, northeast India, and is an integral part of the Loktak Lake. The national park is characterized by many floating decomposed plants materials locally called the fumids कहा जाता है इन्हें. The park is a swamp established by the Mansharma with floating masses of the vegetation, and it is located at southeastern side of the Loktak Lake, which has been declared as a Ramsar site. 2/3 to 3/4 of the total park are formed by these floating fumids. Question 8. With reference to the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, IUCN, and Convention on the International Trade in Endangered Species of the Wild Fauna and Flora, CITES, which of the following statements are correct? IUCN is an organ of United Nations and CITES is an international agreement between the governments. IUCN runs thousands of field projects around the world to better manage natural environments. CITES is a legally binding on states that have joined it, but this convention does not take the place of the national laws. Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. So a correct answer is B. IUCN is a voluntary organization and it's not an agency of UN. You can eliminate one. By elimination you got your answer is B. There are some additional information about IUCN. If you want to read about it, you can pause the video or you can search differently about it. Question 9. With reference to the dugong, a mammal found in India, which of the following statements are correct? It is a herbivorous mammal animal. It is found along the eastern coast of India, entire coast of India. It is given legal protection under Schedule 1st of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. So your correct answer is C. Second is an extreme statement. You can eliminate it. By elimination you got your answer 50-50 as C and D. And it is a herbivorous marine animal. Therefore your answer is C. It is found in the Gulf of Kutch, Tamil Nadu coast and Gulf of Mannar. It is also found there. It is found in Palk Bay, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Question 10. Which of the following is the national aquatic animal of India? Saltwater crocodile, olive-lighted turtle, gangetic dolphin, ghadial. Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. So basically your correct answer is C. It is our national aquatic animal, which is the gangetic dolphins. The mammal is also said to represent purity of the Holy Ganga, as it only survive in pure and fresh waters में ही मिलेगा. They are locally known as soos इन्हें कहा जाता है because of the noise it makes while breathing. The species inhabits part of Ganga, Meghna, Brahmaputra rivers in India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Karnapuli river in the Bangladesh. And it is a critically endangered species in India, therefore has been included in Schedule 1st of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. The main reason for decline in the population of the species are poaching and habitat degradation due to declining flow, heavy siltation, high pollution and all. Physical barriers for their migratory species. So this is how it is. Question 11. What is Rio plus 20 conference often mentioned in the news? It is from the current affairs of 2015-16. It is a United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development. It is ministerial meeting of the World Trade Organization. It is a conference of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. It is a conference of member countries of the Convention on Biological Diversity. Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. So your correct answer is A. The United Nations Conference on the Sustainable Development, also known as the Rio 2022, Rio Plus 20 or the Earth Summit 12, was the third international conference on sustainable development, which was aimed at reconciling the economic and environmental goals of the global community. It was hosted by Brazil in the Rio de Janeiro from 13 to 22 June in 2012. And Rio Plus 20 was a 20-year follow-up to the 1992 Earth Summit. So your correct answer to this is A. The term Goldilocks is often seen in the news in the context of limits of habitable zone above the Earth's surface, regions inside the Earth-like planets in the outer space, search for Earth-like planets in outer space, search for meteorites containing precious metals. Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. Your correct answer is C. In astronomy and astrobiology, the circumstellar habitat zone CHZ or simply habitable zone, which are the Goldilocks zones, is the region around a star within which planetary mass objects with sufficient atmospheric pressure can support liquid water at their surfaces. And researchers are finding that life can thrive in some unexpected places. So search for Earth-like planets in the outer space which can support life. Question 13. Which of the following statements regarding Green Climate Fund is correct? It is intended to assist the developing countries in adaptation mitigation practices to counter climate change. It is founded under the agencies of UNEP, OECD, Asian Development Bank, World Bank. Select the correct answer from the codes given below. Pause the video, try to answer. Now let's see the answer. So a correct answer is A only. The Green Climate Fund is a fund within the framework of UNFCCC, founded as a mechanism to redistribute money from the developed to developing worlds or the nations in order to assist the developing countries in adaptation of mitigation practices to counter climate change. So therefore your option was A. This was all about today's video and session. Thank you. Have a nice day and stay tuned with Analyst IAS for your